History isn't just about battles and empires. It's about survival against nature's harshest tests. The cold has always been a formidable enemy, often deadlier than any opposing army. In the 20th century's great wars, winter's lessons were written in suffering and endurance. These stories aren't just history. They're practical guides for anyone facing the cold today. The core survival skills, managing moisture, keeping insulation dry, and using what's at hand, are timeless. Knowledge, not just equipment, is our best defense. Whether you're a mountaineer, hiker, or just preparing for winter, these hard-won lessons matter. To face the future, we must carry forward the wisdom of those who survived the cold before us. Winter 1941, Germany's invasion of the Soviet Union was stopped not by soldiers, but by the Russian winter. General Frost brought temperatures below -40, turning the battlefield into a frozen graveyard. German troops, unprepared and underdressed, suffered catastrophic losses to frostbite and hypothermia. Boots and uniforms designed for milder climates failed. Weapons and engines froze. The Soviets, better equipped with felt boots and quilted uniforms, understood how to fight the cold. The environment became an active, deadly opponent. The Germans' lack of preparation led to hundreds of thousands of casualties. Nature proved deadlier than bullets. The Eastern Front taught a brutal lesson. Respect the cold, or it will defeat you. Military might means nothing if you ignore the power of nature. The assumption that war would end before winter was fatal. In winter warfare, the environment is always a participant. On the Eastern Front, soldiers discovered a hidden enemy: their own sweat. Marching and working, they soaked their socks and clothes with perspiration. When they stopped, that moisture turned deadly, draining heat and inviting frostbite. Wet socks inside boots offered no insulation, just a direct path for the cold. Frozen boots became rigid traps, revealing blackened, frostbitten flesh. Damp clothing sapped energy, pushing bodies toward exhaustion and hypothermia. The focus on thick insulation missed a crucial point. Insulation only works when dry. Once wet, even the warmest gear failed. Soldiers learned the hard way that moisture management was as vital as warmth. The body's own sweat, if unchecked, could be as lethal as the enemy. This realization would change winter survival forever. Desperate to survive, soldiers improvised with whatever they had. They stuffed boots with straw or wrapped feet in newspaper to absorb sweat and keep feet drier. Some used scraps of waterproof material to create crude barriers, keeping insulation dry. These makeshift solutions, born of necessity, saved lives. Knowledge spread quickly. Veterans taught newcomers how to keep feet warm. These field innovations caught the attention of military planners. Reports of frozen feet and failed boots spurred a search for better gear. The first steps toward modern winter clothing began in these frozen trenches. Innovation was born from hardship and shared wisdom. The Korean War brought a grim repeat of winter's lessons. American troops, issued with the best gear of the time, still suffered in North Korea's brutal cold. Leather boots and wool socks failed as feet sweated and froze. Soldiers couldn't stop to change socks. Frostbite spread rapidly. At Chosin Reservoir, cold injuries outnumbered combat wounds. Medical tents filled with frostbite victims proved the old approach was broken. The strategy of absorbent insulation and frequent sock changes was unworkable in real combat. The suffering demanded a new solution, one that addressed sweat, not just cold. From Korea's frozen battlefields came a breakthrough: the vapor barrier boot, or bunny boot. Made of waterproof rubber with sealed insulation, it kept feet warm even when damp. The insulation was protected from both outside water and inside sweat. Soldiers wore just one thin sock. The boot's job was to keep dampness warm, not dry. Frostbite rates plummeted. The bunny boot was heavy but incredibly effective. This was a radical shift. Instead of fighting moisture, the boot contained it. The vapor barrier principle was born, changing cold weather survival forever. The bunny boot's design protected insulation, no matter the conditions. It was a game changer for anyone facing extreme cold. The genius of the bunny boot is the vapor barrier principle. A vapor barrier is a non-breathable layer between your skin and insulation, trapping sweat before it can ruin warmth. In extreme cold, letting moisture escape can backfire. Condensation inside insulation destroys its effectiveness. A vapor barrier liner, VBL, stops this, keeping insulation dry and efficient. Your skin feels damp, but your insulation stays warm and functional. For multi-day trips, a VBL keeps sleeping bags and clothing dry, preventing dangerous heat loss. The trade-off: minor discomfort for major safety. Managing moisture, not just adding insulation, is the key to survival. The vapor barrier principle is the ultimate tool for staying warm in the coldest places. The hard-won lessons of winter warfare remain vital for anyone braving the cold. Moisture management is the most important principle. High-tech gear alone isn't enough. Vapor barrier liners, now widely available, keep insulation dry and effective on long expeditions. The real lesson is about adaptability and understanding your gear's limits. Both the soldier with straw in his boots and the modern hiker with a VBL are applying knowledge, not just equipment. Survival comes from active problem-solving, not passive reliance on technology. By learning from the past, we honour those who suffered and survived. Preparation, knowledge, and respect for the cold are the best tools we have. Let's carry these lessons forward, ensuring the wisdom of history keeps us safe in winters to come. If you found these lessons valuable, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video to help others stay safe and prepared for winter's challenges.